So have a look. So we're going to go back to the figure of 8. So we're going to try to use the hip, the waist, and the legs as well. Yeah. So I'm going to start on this side. So remember we divide the body in sections. Yeah. So I turn from my waist. Can you see, to the 45 degrees? I'm sinking into my. I'm not going low. Can you see? So there's a difference, like going low or sinking in. So people get this confused. They'll go squat rather than sink into the hips. Yeah. So we're trying to. And then here I'm not moving my hips or my leg or my knee to turn. It's coming from my waist. So I go 1, 2, and then can you see, look, my waist turns. There can be a little bit of movement here, but it's very small. Yeah, my waist turns and I'm sinking into my hip crease. Then I push on this backwards arc. Using my waist, I sink into my hip crease. Go 1, 2. So I go 1, 2. So on the backwards arc, I go 1, 2. So let's go together. Don't stand too wide or too low. It's got to be comfortable. So we want to try and get the feeling. So for example, if you play your form and you're like really long like this, don't play it like this. Go a lot narrower. Yeah. Okay, but not too narrow if you go that wide. Yeah. So let's go mirror image. So toes out. So weight to this side. Your right leg sink. Turn. So I'm going to shift on that backwards arc. You see my body's there. Then I'm going to turn from my waist and I try to just sink or close my hip crease a little bit. I go 1, 2, turning my waist. So again, I'm finding that root, that connection to the floor. Then I shift on that backwards arc and turn. Boom. And I sink into my hip crease. Go 1, 2, sinking into my hip crease. So go 1, 2, so sinking into your quad. That's loading the leg. Go 1, 2, sinking into your hip crease. Go out, shift, sink. I push 1, 2. So 1, 2. So go 1, 2. So go 1, 2. So go 1, 2. 1, 2, 1. So remember, as you sink, feel that connection to the floor. Push, turn, sink. Feel that connection into the floor. Push, sink. So you can feel. You can use your intention to have the energy come up, turn, and sink. Then push, turn. So push, turn. So go 1, 2, 1, 2, and then up. Breathe in. So remember, sinking into your hips a little bit.